Let's take a look around the Big Ten. Michigan lost. I wouldn't call it a tough one. They lost one to Oklahoma, where they got taken to the woodshed a little bit. Over the first 2 weeks, the conference is 31-5 and now has 6 teams ranked in the top 25 and 3 of the top 4. Ohio State and Penn State, top of the rankings at 1 and 2. Oregon's moved up to number 4. Illinois joins the top 10 at number 9. Indiana is 22nd, and Michigan drops to 23rd after the loss. Let's take a look at the surveys that we had from earlier. Quick question, do you think the Huskers should be ranked in the AP top 25? 88% say no.
That changed.
That completely flipped.
It was 88%.
See, Nebraska wants you to earn it. Nebraska fans want them to earn it. That's what it is. Or maybe the Iowa people are doing it. No doubt about that. All right, and now let's take a listen to this week's Big Red Report.
You know, he just challenged us, and we answered the call. And I think when you have those types of moments, it builds a lot of team, character. And then when you have a coach that cares that much, when you're up 33-0 at half, you got something special.
The rhythm was there. We just didn't finish those drives. The fourth drive was irritating. That's when we stalled. Okay, that's when we stalled. And Ja'Cory had the punt return to the 20. That's like a sudden change. I mean, we should treat that like a sudden change. Go out there with urgency and execute. And then we just went out there and 3 plays in a row we didn't execute. That was irritating.
Yeah, he's incredible. I mean, that's a guy that knows ball, and he trusts us too. I mean, like if we see something, he's willing to, change, the protection, hear what we have to say, and he trusts our eyes. I mean, we have a little bit more eyes, but he can see deep down the field, and I mean, he can make crazy throws, and it's awesome to see.
He has an extreme knowledge of the game, and just sees, everything from the quarterback position. He really can help us out, making protection calls for us. Maybe we can't see it.
So he's going to go up in weight and challenge himself in weight and be the underdog for the first time ever. But he doesn't care about any of that because he doesn't care what other people say. He's a competitor. He's going to go out there and he expects to win. And so you think about like a message for our guys, yeah. The one thing I keep telling them is like, if the pressure, oh my gosh, the pressure to perform feels like too much right now. Just wait. Like the pressure doesn't go away. Like it doesn't go away. And it makes you either fight or flight.
I know everybody likes to watch the ball, but just take a little bit of time and watch Rocco Spindler as he plays and watch all the way to the end of the play and sometime a little after the play. I like that. It's a little nasty. Houston Christian, I know there's not a lot to get into, but their defense is one of the best in the FCS. They've only given up 1 third down conversion all season. What do you think, how do you challenge Nebraska?
Well, I think there could be a unique, and this, they have nothing to lose here. I mean, I think they're going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Nebraska in this offense and see what they can do. But let's be honest, Nebraska is more talented and has more weapons. But Nebraska has to come out with the right mentality to take care of business. And that started yesterday, today, Wednesday, and Thursday. With the right mentality to prepare. Because you can overlook this game and try to, set your sights a couple weeks down the road when Michigan comes down. This game will speak a lot to Nebraska's maturity and their mindset come this week. But I tell you what, they're going to get a tough test against Houston Christian. But the business is done. Yep. You should see, the backups. I know DB doesn't like calling the backups the 2s and 3s, but those guys should play the whole second half if the necessary things are done in the first half.
DB, I think I know the answer to this question, but a lot of talk with fans about maybe since you have an athletic running backup quarterback, maybe playing him a little bit, so like pulling Dylan off the field and having a wildcat kind of thing?
Yeah, not happening.
You're not taking your 5-star off the field?
He's their best player on offense, and I don't think you situational do that with him. And I think to Jay's point, fortunately, unfortunately, I was part of a team that won a national championship that trailed at the half to what I would call an inferior opponent in Wyoming. Yeah. Where we're losing at the half. And, I just caution folks when you haven't arrived yet, everybody, it deserves your respect. And I like Houston Christian defensively. They're big up front. Yep. And I'm not blowing smoke. They got some good safeties that'll run the alley. Yeah. They're going to give Nebraska all they want defensively from a concept standpoint. So I don't expect Nebraska to score near as many points as they did against Akron. And I think they they better show some emotional maturity in this one.
Number 7, number 8, number 15, that secondary. They can all run and hit. They're good players. Sean, I'm going to ask you this question. Rick called in and asked this. Is there a way to be able to balance out Big Ten scheduling? I mean, you look at Nebraska being put in that tough situation where they're going to Maryland in a short week. You have other teams that don't play anybody off a bye week. Nebraska plays like 3 teams off a bye week. Is there anything they can do with schedule?
So I'll say this. They do a good job with the opponents. I think they've gotten that figured out. Other than Iowa is the only team that gets 3 guaranteed locked-in games. No one else has that.
And they requested that.
And they got that request. Penn State has none. Nebraska gets 1. I mean, but the schedule itself is slotted by the TV folks. And I think the real upset was Minnesota, Nebraska got taken for Friday. Could it have been flipped the other way around where, maybe the Maryland game could have been the Friday game. But I think that the TV networks are paying Nebraska this year $83 million. And so at that point, if they're telling you you're playing a game on the moon, you're figuring it out at that point because the TV networks really puzzle that together to make sure there's 3 to 4 good games every week to slot on those 3 major networks.
DB, Jesus from Kearney wants to know about the running back room and separation between Ives and Mosey and Nelson, and how do you make that?
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Maybe I know too much, maybe I don't know enough, but either way, I don't think there's a tremendous amount of separation from an ability standpoint. I think when you talk about top-end talent, they're interchangeable. Now, with expanded roles, obviously, you get a little bit different dynamics in terms of their ability, but from just natural running and catching the ball, they're all pretty close. Clearly, Emmett has earned the right to be the man. I think he knows the most. He's the most dependable. But from a talent standpoint, they're ridiculously close.
Tim on Facebook has a question about bringing the nasty back. He loved having Grant on the set. How important is it to have that edge, especially along the defensive line?
That's everything. This game, you have to play this game with a chip on your shoulder with edge. This isn't for the faint of heart, man. This is you got to have something inside of you. Once you cross those sidelines, you can be a good dude off the field and be a gentleman, a good student athlete. But once you gotta almost you gotta become bipolar in a way. When you step between the lines, you gotta turn into a different human being. There's no other way to put it, and that isn't necessarily born with. You got to ingrain that. And you got to work on it because some days you don't want to do it. Trust me. There's some days you don't want to go be that guy because you're tired. You've been doing it a lot. You're sore. There's a lot of excuses you can make, but you got to dig deep, and that you got to develop that. You got to work on it every day because it's like I said. Sometimes it's easy you want to shut that down.
We just talked to a pretty smart guy, 2-time all-conference academic selection. Was about as nasty as they get. So you can play in both worlds.
Yeah, I think he was an overall academic All-American, not just in the conference. I'm not sure.
I don't want to slide. I don't want to slide his 34 on the ACT or anything.
Dylan, the question's from Dylan on Facebook. Sean, what does a success look like on Saturday? Because you're playing another inferior opponent based on
Well, I go back to last year. The Northern Iowa game was supposed to be a big blowout, and it was 38-3, and it didn't really have a great feel to it. You don't want that, obviously. You want to come out and execute at the level we saw last Saturday and walk away knowing that you took a step forward. You don't want to have kind of like, we won, but there are a lot of things that we left out there. And I think that's probably the biggest thing you have to, if you're Matt Rule, 11 a.m. game as well, the challenge of just getting everybody up and ready to roll after you played back-to-back night games.
Chad Papillion, Damon, will Terrence Crawford win Saturday night?
Yeah, plus 145. I'm going to give it my best shot. I think with TC, what people have to understand is he's a natural 178-pounder walking around. He looks fantastic. Legacy is important to him. And for once, I'll take the great small guy over the good big guy on Saturday night.
Yeah, you could also take by decision or technical decision for plus 210 too, if you're looking for more. What does success look like to you for this week?
Taking care of business early, taking care of the necessary things, finding success early, getting the offense going. Do that. It might not necessarily be in points right away, but doing the necessary things, flip the field, just not sloppiness, not a lot of mistakes, take care of the football, doing the necessary things on special teams, making tackles. You saw this game last year, Northern Iowa was the third game, struggled, but led into the Illinois game the following week on that Friday night game. So early success, clean football. It doesn't have to be 68-0, but just you show you're the better opponent, you're the better team on that day.
Burning question, Sean, we start with you.
My burning question is, will we see Ja'Cory Barney take one to the house this week? I think it's set up for him to have a big game and possibly return one for a touchdown.
You know, I don't want to be anything like Ascan, but I'm with him in the special teams, right? Where I'm just like, can they flip it either starting with a huge hit or a big return where used to be terrified when Nebraska took the field on special teams in a game like this. Can they flip it early to set the tone?
I want to see the maturity of this team. Nebraska's still a very, very young football team. You look at the roster. Do they have the maturity to come out and take care of their business this week during practice? It shows to not overlook an opponent in Houston Christian and get ready for Michigan.
I've always said sacks aren't the most important thing, but havoc is. I can see a big havoc day, especially from the starters. No sacks yet from the starters, so that'd be nice to see a little bit of pressure from the starters.